As a modern mountain biker, there can be loads of things that you get stressed about, like, is this the perfect bike for me? Are my bars too wide? Are those socks cool? Does this helmet work? But here's a list of mountain bike things I think are kind of pointless. Having a different type of bike for every different type of riding. Some pro mountain bikers might have a downhill bike, an enduro bike, cross-country bike, a road bike, dirt jump bike, which sounds kind of cool, doesn't it? I've got to agree, I've actually been guilty of this definitely in the past. But actually, if you have all those different bikes, you never really get the great feeling on one bike because you're just switching between them all the time. And it's kind of wasteful, isn't it? It's definitely not as glamorous, but having one bike and just sticking to riding that one just makes you feel way more natural. You jump on it and it just feels right. And even though pros might have lots of different bikes, even they probably try and stick to riding their race bike more than any others. I think one of the best things about the modern mountain bikes, like the trail bikes, enduro bikes, even like the down country bikes, is they're just so versatile now. They're getting fast, light, efficient, so you can kind of cross boundaries much more than you used to be able to. So actually, having loads of different bikes is kind of pointless. Kit that is pointless. There's some kit that goes out of fashion, and maybe because it's become obsolete. And other stuff, well, that's just a bit pointless. Front mechs. We now have wide range cassettes that really should keep everyone happy. Bar ends? No one uses them anymore. CO2 canisters. Has anyone ever actually got one of them to work, or is that just me? Mini pumps are fine. Handguards. How often are you actually riding through the bushes and need them? Controversial one here, electric gears. Kind of pointless. They don't really work any better than a good, well-maintained cable mechs, but they are very nice and I do like a gadget. Replacing kit all the time. Sometimes pros might go for a lightweight component that maybe isn't as durable as something that's a bit heavier. They're after total performance and they can nip around the next race to the truck and pick up another one as well. So it's also a bit wasteful, isn't it? Something I do quite a lot is with my tyres. When I start wearing them out, I stick the warm one on the back and just replace it with one fresh tyre on the front. Riding a road bike to get fit. Just ride your mountain bike more. Am I right? Well, I used to be guilty of this as a pro, hammering out the miles on my skinny tyres. It was good for variety when I was riding a lot, maybe 5 out of the 7 days a week, so it's quite nice to jump on a road bike occasionally, but it is kind of pointless. I should have really just ridden my mountain bike more. That makes sense. Crashing, that's pointless. Falling off your bike and hurting yourself, I've done it a lot. And I'm sure you've heard the saying, if you ain't crashing, you ain't trying hard enough. And as a pro racer, of course, you're trying to go as fast as you can, trying to find the limits. But a crash at a pro race is going to cost you dearly, or even falling off in practice when you're trying to find those limits. You know, how many times have I raced and I've been missing skin and been very uncomfortable? So something you never really want to do. Nowadays, I try and find as close as I can get to the limit, but as safe as I can, because I'm trying my best not to fall off my bike. So crashing is definitely pointless. GoProing everything. Okay, you might get a good crash shot if you shoot everything, but what else are you gonna do with that 6 hours of riding that you shot last weekend? Stressing about the perfect bike setup, trying to get your sag absolutely spot on, tweaking your head angle with an angle set, getting electronic gadgets to tell you exactly what your suspension, your tyres, or your brakes are doing. How much that stuff is actually going to make a difference? Well, I guess if you're trying to be the very best, it'll make some, but it would definitely make nowhere near as much difference as, say, working on your riding skills. So for your average rider, some of that stuff doesn't really make sense. Or even take a leaf out of the pros books and really try and make your fitness and your skills as good as possible. What else is pointless in mountain biking? Color coding your hubs to your grips? Massive sunglasses? Maybe. Anyway, add to that list down below things that you think are pointless in mountain biking. I'm sure I'm guilty of some of them as well. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video.